of the most important things that you can do is have, well, one of these. This is an everyday carry multi-purpose tool. This tool does so much, whether you're at your home, in the woods, anything like that. This is the Leatherman. This is a Free P4, and that's what we're going to talk about today. My name is Brent. This is Live Free and Tool On. Here we go. One of the great things about it is if you are in the woods and you need to grab a tool and you need to cut like a branch like this, you see how this is sheared off, something like that. You got a tool for that, and I gotta say, it works really, really well. So pruning, anything like that, if you got an emergency, it has one of these tools too that can make your life a lot easier. Just throw it back in your pocket and you're ready for the next job. So another thing that I really like to do is we love going camping and we love going by the stream. That's why you have this beautiful ambience, the natural sounds of a stream coming through. It just sets the beautiful atmosphere for a great picnic. Another thing that we love to do is we love to carve sticks. Now, you have the knife here and you are ready. Single pull, now you're ready to go. Look at this. Now, it doesn't really matter what you're whittling or what you're doing, but you can see it's really fun no matter really what you're making. And you're ready for that too. Hey, I'm not whittling my initials, you are. Now, whenever you look at these multi-purpose tools, they usually have multiple blades on them. And one of the blades that I like the most is the serrated blade. And the reason why is because if I have a rope, and it may be hard to see, but right here, I can just take it, cuts it right off. Now, if I'm pulling a tree or something like that, I have a rope, and if it gets trapped in it, just like this one, I can release it. And you can tell I've got it right there, but cutting something like this, if you're, it's just a little easier with a serrated blade because it has teeth in there. You just take it and it cuts it. Now, this is a really strong nylon rope, but it makes short work of it, just like so, with little to no effort. I actually can't tell you how many times I have used these particular tools with Leatherman and been able to cut wire just like that. It's been so nice in order to cut wire. Now, this could be baling wire, it could be electrical wire, but be careful. This is not an electrical tool. Do not use this as a replacement for an electrical tool. This is all just de-energized wire and stuff like that, baling wire. It's pretty perfect. So one of the things that I found that I use the Leatherman for all the time, because it has the toothed jaws, whenever I have my farm equipment out, because I have a farm, I find that instead of running out, I'm going to grab the jaws here and I'm just going to tighten up the bolt. Now, even if I'm in my shop or, I'm local to an area, it's just so much easier to just grab these right here, and you just get right to it and you get the job done. Now, you're not going to probably get the torque that you're really looking for, but you're going to be able to make it through until you have time to actually fix it. So one of the things that I love about this is that I'm almost taking my entire shop, and I'm in my barn, not necessarily my shop. You're going to see that in just a minute. And I'm putting it into one tool. Now we're going to talk about all the different tools that are inside of this little compact package here that you carry with you every single day. So I was trying to collect all the tools that are equivalent that come in this Leatherman Free P4, and I got to, this many tools right here because these are the majority of the tools that I actually use, and I couldn't even find my scissors right here, which just goes to show I always have everything right here. Now, whenever we take a look at this, a couple things that you need to know is that there's 21 tools on here. It comes with a built-in belt clip right here. Now, this belt clip is actually pretty phenomenal. It slides in and out with just one hand. You don't have to stick your hand up underneath and pull it and push it and all that other stuff. And a couple other things that we do need to talk about here is that when compared to the other tools, this is the latest generational tool when it comes to Leatherman. One of the big things about this particular tool is, let's just close everything here, close everything there, we close it up. You can, all the small tools are actually accessible from the outside. So, you know, we can pull these out. You know, you got your knife, you got your scissors, and let's just go through all the tools now. You have, this is your flathead right there. This is actually really nice. You can see the flathead and your Phillips right there. But on the bottom of the Phillips, you do have a bottle opener. Now, the blade on this particular tool is actually wider, thicker. It has a better geometry to it. The trim of the blade is actually really nice too. And if we put all of those away, if nothing else, these scissors, and if you see that lock right there, that lock's actually really nice. And you can see how it locks, it's a bit different. All you do is you take that and you're gonna push it back, and that's going to unlock it. These scissors are about twice the size of the previous models, and that was a big complaint that we saw on other tools and videos. It is spring loaded right there, as you can see, and it's a bit of a different spring, but it just flexes right there. They're really nice scissors, and you don't have to fold them and flip them in half either. You're just going to unlock it, you're going to push it right back down in there, and you can tell it's right on the edge. So they switched the location of where this is at too, because they know that the scissors are part of the most frequently used tools on a Leatherman. Now let's just take a pause right there, and I'm going to tell you the materials that this is actually made of. This is made of two different types of steel, 420HC stainless steel, and then 440C stainless steel. Now what is that going to tell you? We don't need to get into specifics as much, but you need to know this is not going to rust or wear out like some of the other models. Now, if you do take a look at this, everything is moving freely. Like, look at that, you know? It's moving freely because it's not friction based like the other ones. This, they have indentions there, but if we see it close, that's actually a magnet right there now. So with that magnet, you are able to hold this, right? If you want to hold it, take your fingers and you just push, you separate it, and it comes right open, just like that. And that's what you want, is single-handed open. I know it just makes such a big difference, but let's carry on to this side. This is your serrated blade. This is a really nice looking blade. Let's open that up. Now, this is a bit different. So you do have your file here, and then on this side, this is a single file line. This is your double fine file line. I do like that quite a bit. We take a look at this one. This is more of your pry, and then you have your measuring tool right there, and then you have some sort of like little strippers. So this is what they consider your wire stripper. Let's focus in a little bit there. You see, you put your wire in there and you just strip it out. Again, don't use this as your electrical tool. It's just not worth it. Please don't kill yourself. So then let's just take a look here. This is your awl, and this actually looks really good, but this awl, actually, let's see, can you see it a little bit better? It does have a micro or a little small flathead for your glasses or anything like that. If we take a look right here, this is your can opener right here, and then this has some really good tapering on there too. And then if we take a look at this right here, this is your saw. That's pretty awesome. I do like that quite a bit. Now we're going to open it up. We're going to take a look at the inside. These, which is famous, made on the Leatherman Wave Plus, you have removable jaws, because whenever you're cutting, because you have your thick cutter right down there at the bottom. Let's see if I can get this in there. And then at the top you have your shear. So you can be like, at the bottom you see that indentation, more of a bolt cutter, and at the top that's more of just your cutter. You have your serrated teeth right there. So, or I don't know, groove teeth, that's for bolts. And then I've got to say that the needle nose on this is pretty spectacular. Now, what I'm going to try and show you, if you take a look right at the tip, and you can see that the tip right there actually comes together, and then it starts to taper as you go down. I don't know if you can see that. Now what that does is that's almost tweezers. That's actually fantastic because it is precision machined all the way down, and I love it. It's made in the USA, it's stamped right there. It's Leatherman. The texture is right through here. If you can see that, it actually feels really good. It would be really good if they could get this powder coated as well, but that'll come in later versions, I can only assume. And you can see if we take a look right here, you can see how that opens. And let's just kind of give ourselves a little bit of a better view. I'm going to move this out, and you can see it move right here. You see that move out, and then it locks right into place. So we're just going to pull that out, push it. Otherwise, you're not going anywhere. So we're just going to pull that out, push it in, and you are good to go. Now let's talk about where you can buy it and how much does this cost. So I got this off of Amazon. You can buy it from Leatherman. You're going to be able to get it in your local sporting goods stores. You're going to be able to get it in a lot of different places. But here's the thing. It's not cheap. It's $150, and that was shipped to me. I ended up getting free shipping, which I was super happy about. It's worth it. I'm not even going to beat around the bush. This right here, having this in your pocket all day long, there are so many situations that I cannot explain that I have used this particular tool, and they fix so many issues that you can just open it with one hand, get in there. So if you're working on your vehicles, you're working around your house, you have a breakdown, you have an emergency, you're out with your family, you're at work, anything that you have, this is going to be able to answer for this. Now, this has not been a slower road. Now, there's been a lot of imitations, and there's been a lot of great different versions of a multi-tool, especially by SOG, especially by Gerber, but I just don't think anyone has came up with the best tool like Leatherman has done here. Now, I'm going to show you a little bit, something that I thought was just a great touch, and Leatherman has not showed this to a lot of people, or at least they're not advertising it. If we look right here, you're going to see the belt clip, right? The geometry of the belt clip is great. So it slides in and out of the pocket, great. But do you see this hole right here? It's kind of skeletonized. Well, that's actually meant for whenever you pull it out, it actually allows part of your finger to go in there and it grips it. So you just pull it right out. And those are the little things that Leatherman is really paying attention to. It's easier to use, and when you hold it in your hand, it's actually the same geometry as your finger too. So that feels good when you're just holding it. The belt clip is just ergonomic, and that's what you really want whenever you look at a multi-tool, besides the fact that you can use it anywhere and everywhere. Is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. It is missing some things. I would love to see the Phillips and the flathead be removable like it is on the Wave Plus. Maybe that's a mod that we can throw out there. Now, whenever you open this up, like so, on previous models, there were some measurements right here, and that was usually like a 6-inch measurement, which really did come in handy if you're looking to get a quick measurement out of. This has added a lot of great things to it, and it's answered a lot of the issues that people have had in the past with Leatherman. Therefore, I am giving this a A+, and this is my new everyday carry tool. I really do recommend getting a Leatherman everyday carry multi-tool that you can just use, because at some point in your life, you're going to need this, and it's going to save you. You just don't know all the situations that you're going to use with it, because they're almost, I don't want to say infinite, but you know what I mean. You're going to use a ton of them. My name is Brent. This is Live Free and Tool On. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. It really does help me out. And until next time, get out there, go build something, go try something, make mistakes, learn from your mistakes, and we will all be better for it at the end of the day. And I can't wait to see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.